Alright, moment of truth. Is everything set up correctly? I see that we should be live here in a moment, and I do see that we are live. Welcome everybody to Donington Park in lovely Great Britain, which is not actually probably that lovely, to be honest, but still, we'll go with it. I'm just making a quick amendment to my sound here. There we go. It's a little bit better. Let me know if there are any problems on your guys' end, video or audio wise. I will do my best to address them. We are here in free practice for the third round of season 14 of the Evolution Racing Academy Championship. And who's going to get the honor of giving us a track preview here today? Let us go with the 411 car. I'm just seeing it as being kind of in a good place, which is Paul Scrivaris in the Marlboro Porsche. Let's hit the drive button. And this is a pretty solid onboard view. We'll put the map up. Alright, heading down into turn 1 here at Donington Park, which is a doozy. It's an interesting one with a bit of a asynchronous line to it. Then we're heading through the S section here at Donington Park. This is, again, very high speed. You want to be touching the brake basically as little as possible. Throttle it, or feathering the throttle. And basically, yeah, this is it's a part where you got to get everything right in order to get through here as fast as possible. Then we get into finally some braking zones here as we make our way around the northern end of the circuit here, which is coming towards the end of Sector 2. And then we're going to hit the chicane airs to start the third sector. Technically it starts right here, but this is the first real part of the third sector here. Hard braking zone, through the chicane here. A lot of people mess that up for sure. And then we head on down to the weirdest shaped hairpin you have ever seen, which is this turn right here. Around it goes. And we head on down towards the final turn of the lap, which is another hairpin. Through we go. To the final straightaway, and it's a rather short lap here. You see a minute 27.441 from Paulus Scrivaris. It will be faster than that when it comes to pole, because obviously Paul is one of the challengers in the Iron Championship, but that is the lowest category of car or driver that we have on the server. They are the red number plates, the whites are the silvers, and the silvers are ironically the bronzes. And that is how that works. So let's get the broadcast overlay up here and see what we can see. There is something sad I do have to touch on, and that is that the Cyber Racing Boys, so Sean Young and company, they will be running a black livery today in honor of a pair of deceased members of the team. I wasn't given anything to really kind of state or, how should I put this, put out there into the world in terms of what I'm supposed to say on the matter. I will just go with the RIP, obviously. It is a sad, sad day for the Cyber Racing Boys, and there are a couple of them out here in the black liveries as a result. So we'll give them a little bit of a moment here. If I can remember everybody who's on the team, we have Dennis Hook racing the tribute livery as well. We have Sean Young, like I said. We have... who else is on the team? The team is larger than this. I'm just blanking on the members of it. Adrian Marood in the Ferrari. Racing around also in the somber black livery here today. So unlike normal, when the black liveries mean that the cars do not have functional liveries, this is actually an intentional move by the team. And just checking in on maybe some new people in the field. I did see a couple of new names. We have been joined by another member of the Latvian family, Rolands Parax. Parax? I don't know. I'm not good with Latvian names. Anyways, in the field today, Ron Morley is back, sporting a horrendous livery. No offense intended. Mario Fajeda is back as well and getting off track there. Maybe had a run-in with Matthew East. Werner Jacobs. Werner Jacobs has been here. I noticed that the name changed there. This is a name change rather than a new driver. But the orange Mustang is in the field just with a new name stenciled to it. And that's about it for newbies. I'm trying to remember whose liveries were not working last week, and they were very, they were not particularly happy about it. Can't really blame them. Let me see if I can remember who it is. I know Thomas Boris is one. There was a second driver, though, that had a livery that was not functioning properly. There's Thomas Boris in my DMs. Yeah. Mr. Frody. And not sure who the other was. I thought that there was another driver who was similarly afflicted, and I wanted to see if that had been fixed, obviously, today. Lucas Geese is back in the field. Good to see him back. The Honda loyalist there in the red, yellow and black car. And also back is Felix Kramerich in the Rothmans Porsche. So that's it's also good. It's good to see some of the people that were MIA at COTA back in the field, back joining the grid here in the UK, as well as, of course, winner of the bronze category, back at the season opener, Masao Saha, who is back in the field today, which is good, and looking to try to get himself back into this whole championship mix, which, of course, his lack of points with COTA has kind of compromised. But he had a perfect run, pole, fastest lap, and with the Hungaroring, he's looking like somebody to keep up with, even though his 20-point total has him 5 points back of the championship, led by Sean Young. It's actually a really interesting bronze championship. You've got Young and Saha, who I just mentioned, but you also have Mike Golfer, who's not been on the podium yet, but he's had 2 very competitive races, 5th at Hungaroring and a 4th with the fastest lap at COTA. You've also had Adam Stewart, who was 2nd at Hungaroring. He's 3 points back in the championship. Jeffrey Bacher, who was on the podium at COTA, is also 3 points back. Chris Stancer, who's been old reliable, is 3 points back. Then you have Saha, like I said, Alan Herrera, and Ron Morley, who have both had a podium this season, but just got to sort out their attendance. And you know what? I'm still not giving up on the idea that Adrian Maroud, who was my pick to win the bronze, finds himself 19 points back right now, is still a guy who can arise from the ashes. Also, wouldn't be surprised if someone like Kerry Pattinen maybe could stick their nose in there as well. And who knows? Idris Cahill might put something together. He's been rapid, but has had some, I think, internet issues. He's historically been the guy who has kind of been bungee jumping around the track a little bit, and it's cost him the past. It's created some issues. So if he can sort that out, that would be lovely. And then on top of that, you've got the Iron Championship right now, led by Andreas Hansen by 4 points over Paul Escobaris. Nathan Gray is also in the mix there, as well as Conrad Kuhn, if he can make a full-time gig of this, and like Casey Jones, Pat Fortune, Max Cruz, who's my pick to win it, and Felix Kramerich are all, I would say, kind of guys who are in the mix right now. We'll give a full rundown here of the Iron Championship real quick here as they head to the track right now. Who is going to be the leading car? It's the 969 car. That is the championship leader, Andreas Hansen. So championship-wise, Hansen comes in today on 30 points. He leads the way from Paul Scrivaris on 26. 22 for Nathan Gray. 19 for COTA winner Conrad Kuhn. Casey Jones is also on 19. 18 for Pat Fortune and Max Cruz. Felix Kramerich is on 16. D. Hines is on 8. Thomas Boris on 4. 2 for Werner Jacobs. 2 for Bo Zur. 1 for Clinton Strobel. 1 for Mario Fajeda. And no points on the board at this time for Ryan Latrier. the South African driver is at the back of the pack. Also, I'm going to turn my microphone off here for a moment, sample the audio from the stream, make sure everything's going as peachy as possible, and obviously I'm turning the microphone off because that would give you guys what's the word I'm looking for here? Would give you guys a echo, and I don't want to put you through that. All right, to my very untrained and crappy ear, I admit that I there's a reason that I ask you guys so much if the audio is okay. I have no ear for audio. I don't know what it is, but anyways, sounds good to me right now, and we'll kind of roll with it. We'll ride with Andreas Hansen here, as he is he'll be the one to put up the pace here in the qualifying session here, assuming that he does not invalidate the lap. There's a couple of turns around here that definitely could result in that. There's a couple of corners that can be cut pretty easily, and Andreas Hansen will be the guy that shows us around here for Los Patos Hermanos. Also on the track, you got Bo Zer, Felix Kramerich is out there, D. Hines, Mario Fajea, Paul Scrivaris has had an incident, Clint Strobel's out there, Casey Jones, Pat Fortune, Roland Peregas, Werner Jacobs, Conrad Coons here today, and Latrier are also out there. So a pretty healthy iron grid. Who's missing? We got no Nathan Gray today. That could be a concern, and also a concern for me is my pick for the championship. Max Cruz is missing in action, so that is less than ideal. Also seems to be missing D. Hines and Thomas Boris from the field. But a lot of the big noses are here. We got Hansen, Scrivaris, Kuhn, Jones, Fortune, Kramerich. So a lot of the protagonists here in the championship battle is Andreas Hansen does indeed set the pace at a 129.2. That's not going to be very fast, and indeed he is going to be displaced almost immediately by newcomer Roland Parax in the BMW. And Fajer goes third quickest. Casey Jones is fourth quickest. Here comes Bo Zer in the Lamborghini. He goes fifth quickest, the Dutch driver. Latrier Jacob Strobel also in there. Felix Kramerich coming around in the Rothmans Porsche. Again, one of the guys to keep an eye on. He's been very, very rapid. Second place at Hungaroring. Missed Coda, unfortunately. And hopefully that doesn't hurt his championship. Of course, they do get a drop round, so missing a round is not to the end of the world. Kramerich goes third quickest, behind Parax and Hansen. Paul Scrivaris had a illegal lap, so no time for him. The other person who's yet to put up a time in the iron category is the Stunt Possum Racing BMW of Irish driver D. Hines. The number 976 looking to get itself to the end here. Kind of a real outside shot at the championship. Sixth place in Hungaroring, and then nothing at Coda. So definitely gonna need to handle some things. Obviously, doesn't have room for another drop score after Coda. So going to have to be here. Going to have to be a person who's in this. He's also going to be trying to help out buddy Pat Fortune, his teammate at Stunt Possum, trying to compete for the championship. And seventh quickest for D. Hines at the moment. Looking for somebody who's on an absolute belter of a lap, and I'm not really seeing anyone that quite fits as that. Felix Kramerich is up about a half second. This would take him up to probably about second place. Should shoot for around where Andreas Hansen is right now. See what he can do. Coming around the final turn here. Actually, is that up to about 7/10. So it should be second place easily. And indeed, the Croatian does go there. Hansen might be looking to take that back, though. He's 7/10 up right now. Championship leader for Los Patos Hermanos in the Mercedes. Making his way through the final two hairpins. And then on to the start-finish straight will be the plan. Third place at the moment. The current lap would have him second. See if we can make sure it happens. Coming across the line. And that is second place for the championship leader for the time being. Also on a pretty decent lap here is D. Hines, up about a half second. Actually picks up about 2/10 just through that turn alone. And then loses it on exit. Still, picks up 6th place as a result of that at the moment. And there's a couple other good laps going on right now. Bozer, who is somebody I've been looking forward to seeing some improvement for since joining the Los Patos Hermanos group. And that is a much better lap. No improvement in positions there. Still 9th place, but a good half second quicker. Clinton Strobel has a pretty good lap going on here. In the BMW, pretty early. It's early days yet. It's early days yet at the lap. And also on a good lap right now is Casey Jones. About 6/10 up. Oh, somebody just took pole. It's an all Latvian front row as the Marlboro Porsche Paul Skrivaris takes pole position. He's definitely a championship contender. Second place at COTA and second place in the standings overall. Enters today 4 points back of Andreas Hansen, who's in 3rd place in the pecking order. Clinton Strobel does have a pretty good lap going here. It's not a threat for pole or anything. He's, 4.1 seconds off pole on his previous lap, but notable improvement right now. Also, Casey Jones and D. Hines have good laps going on as well in the stunt possum cars. See here, this will be an improvement, a notable improvement here. Should be about top 5-ish, just outside of it. 6th place for Casey Jones. Here's Pat Fortune. He's up about 6/10. Loses a little bit there on the exit, unfortunately, and picks up 7th place as a result. Clinton Strobel right behind him, picking up 10th. Oh, Nathan Gray is here today. Los Patos Hermanos Aston Martin joining the server late. Hopefully he can get a lap time in and bring something to bear because, of course, he is currently sitting in 3rd in the Iron Championship. So it would be key for him to get a good lap in. Bozer is on a bit of an improvement lap as well. Picking up a little bit. I would say... Oh, pardon me. Parox is legalized this lap. So Bozer is the interest man right now. Again, there shouldn't be an improvement in position. He's not threatening the top 10. But he is getting faster and faster. And that is a good idea. Following around, I think that's Lucas Geese in the Honda up ahead of him. Can't be. So who's the Honda? The Honda on track right now. Because Lucas is shown as in the pit lane, but that's Lucas's livery. Oh, it's Conrad Koop. Pardon me, I forgot that he runs the Honda. A little bit down in the pecking order as well as 9th place. So Berzer picking up about 8/10 there. And that will solidify 11th spot for the Dutch driver for the time being. His only threat is Nathan Gray. The Aston Martin is going to have to go one and done here, I think. Because I believe he is out of time in the Iron qualifying. So it is his last gasp here. Again, 3rd in the championship. Podium at Hungaroring. A slightly more disappointing 6th place at COTA. But solid results nonetheless. Let's see what he can pick up here. I don't even know if he's on a legal lap is the problem. You can see that the bronze category has deployed Mike Golfer, Lucas Geese, Rod Morley, Idris Cahill, Masio Saha, Adrian Marood, Alan Herrera, Kerry Pattinen, Adam Stewart, Chris Stancer, Matthew East out on the track as we speak. Sean Young and Jeffrey Bacher are both holding a little bit in reserve. right. Is it legal, and where does it put Nathan Gray? That is the question with this lap. Into the final hairpin he goes. Heads on to the start-finish straight. Here we go. 12th place. Not the strongest lap, but it will have to do. So happy pole position to Paul Scrivaris in the iron category. That moves him within 3 points of championship leader Andres Hansen. All right, who do we want to pick up here in the bronze category right now? Who's closest to putting up a lap, I guess, is the major question. And of course, I have no idea because... Oh, there we go. Might be Kerry Pattenden in the track tool team Lamborghini, sporting the Milwaukee sponsorship. Pattenden had a rough Hungaroring, missed out on action at Coda, which has derailed the championship hopeful here in the bronze category. So he's going to have to be very, very strong from this point onwards if he's to have any real attempt in the championship here. Currently, the bronze championship is led by the man who won the Iron Championship in Season 12. That would be Sean Young, leading the way after his Coda victory with 25 points. Mike Golfer is on 23 points, followed by Adam Stewart, Jeffrey Bacher, and Chris Stancer, who are all on 22. And are in that order by best result. Chris Stancer, who dominated the Masio Saha, who dominated the Hungaroring, is on 20. Alan Herrera is on 16. Ron Morley, 14. Idris Cahill's on 8. 6 for Adrian Marood, who was my pick for the championship. Matthias Wiedemann is 5th, followed by Kerry Pattenden, Matthew East, and Brandon Harvey. As Pattenden goes 6th quickest for the time being. Pole position is still handled. Andres Hansen managed to get between the two Latvians right at the end there. Didn't actually realize that, so congratulations to him. So we're looking for people who are putting up some good, dangerous laps right now, and I don't see anybody, so let's get Chris Stancer on here. The English driver driving the McLaren with the classic McLaren colors. Their F1 resurgence right now is huge, goes 19th quickest. And here is Jeffrey Bacher in the Shine Automotive Lamborghini. Spent last season in the Audi and the season before that in the Porsche, where he managed to win the bronze championship in that Porsche. So he's been going through the Volkswagen luxury models and has come up with the Lamborghini this time around. There's Mike Golfer in the Red Bull sponsored Porsche. Alan Herrera's got a good lap going here in the Fanatec Michelin racing team. It's a very nice looking livery, actually. I like it. Utilizes some colors you don't generally see together on a race car. And that's always interesting when we get something a little bit, interesting. To use a terrible combination of words. He's currently about a second up on his previous lap time, so should come up here into the top 10 easily. And, no, 15th quickest. Holy, really? What happened there? Did he invalidate that lap? Chris Stancer also on a good one here. And moves up into 14th spot. The Irons are putting up a really good performance again. This season's been notable for like the Iron category being really punching above its weight. And I appreciate that. Adrian Marood is currently about 6/10 up on his time, 7/10 up. Let's see what he can do here. He is one of the Cyber Racing drivers who are running the Memorial in Remembrance liveries with the black colors. The team lost 2 of its members in recent times, I think in the last week. So, an emotional time for the Cyber Racing team. And here's hoping that they... you know what? I try not to cheer for people. I like comically cheer for people in general. But normally I'm just cheering for people to give us a good race. I would like to see the Cyber Racing crew definitely take a little bit of a result here today. It's we're not quite entirely impartial here today. Paul Screwvirus in the chat. Great quality in iron now. Got to get not crash at T2. That is step one. Step one to profit. Not really seeing anybody on a banger right now, so we're gonna check in with Matthew East. We don't check in with Matthew East enough. He's joined the Porsche clan this season. I see. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say it looked like there might have been a problem with the stream, but it's just my laptop being its fun self, as it is the viewing platform for me to make sure everything's working correctly. He's on a pretty decent lap here. It's going to be a slight improvement. Still mixing it up with the irons, though, which is not a great sign. I'm so used to Matthew East being in a BMW that him being in a Porsche just feels, for lack of a better word, unnatural. Also, I have bad news for the Nissan Nation, because El Perry has been having some technical difficulties, and as a result, we may not have a Nissan GTR in the field here today. Louis Atez, I can't see because of eye issues, but I'm here pulling for my buddy. I try to push him, and he's done great since day one. Well, there you go. It's appreciated that you're here supporting, the team. Man, the bronze category has not brought it today. We are still seeing a front row as we approach the end of bronze qualifying. About a minute and a half to go. Of a double iron front row. Now, the silvers are yet to come. I'm sure they will have their say, but a round of applause for the Iron Boys. They have done fantastic here today. Either that or the bronze drivers have just absolutely dropped the ball. I guess you can you can go either way. Alan Herrera saying that the track felt weird. I mean, the track probably felt weird for the irons too, Alan. Saha coming across the line here. This will be a slight improvement. Might pop up into 5th place. Yeah, there you go. Displacing Ron Morley. Kerry Pattenden appears like he will have the bronze pole here today. A driver I've been expecting a lot from, and we haven't necessarily gotten the deliverance with. Here's Idris Cahill in the Stunt Possum 205 BMW. He's up about... he lost a bunch of time off of that hairpin. It still should be a decent improvement. And it takes him up into 20th place. Ooh, who's the orange BMW? I gotta check that out. I'm liking the look of that car. And I don't recognize it. Jeffrey Bacher had a good lap going, but did not get that second to last hairpin right. And coming across the line here at the end, probably not going to improve on his 21st position at the moment. All right. So Kerry Pattenden, I think, is going to be your pole sitter for the bronze category. There's a couple of guys out there still with like 1 lap to go. But at the same time, there's not really anything threatening Kerry's time right now. So Kerry Pattenden joins Paul Scrivaris' knocking a class pole in. All right. Let's get a look at our silver field today. Who is that BMW? That is my question. Who's the orange Beamer? It's not you, you're Marlboro. It's not Ron Morley. Ron is that ugly purple and black monstrosity. Don't mind me. I'm just poking fun at your liveries. Pat's a stunt possum. Who is it? It's not D. Hines. Not Cahill. Not Strobel. Maybe it wasn't a BMW. Could have been Werner Jacobs' Mustang, maybe? But I don't think so. He shouldn't have been out on track. We'll figure it out. There it is. Oh, I think it's a Lexus. Who's the Lexus? Ah, it's Adam Stewart. Okay. Adam Stewart's brought out the secondary livery. Okay. We just didn't notice him the entire time. Not sure who we're going to follow, so we'll just grab Robert Volt. In the 405, Nubs Racing, Aston Martin. So championship-wise in silver, it is shaping up to be a bit of a two-horse race. Matt Gale, the winner of Coda, leads the championship from the winner of Hungaroring, Richard Oakes. They are literally on tied on 35 points apiece. It's just on countback that Gale would pick up the dub. Bearded X Badass is 6 points behind them in third place on 2/3. Robert Volt is 5 points further back of that in fourth, followed by El Perry, who is, what is that going to work out to? 8 points further back. 6 points further back, you got Professional Hater, Dennis Hook, and David Slater. And then a further point back of that, you have Oral Shah. Mickey Taylor has attended both races, but has come away with 0 points, which is weird because Mickey Taylor is a guy who I thought was going to compete for this title, but he's so far had no real success to speak of. Robert did not have a legal lap going there. Just refreshing myself on Slater's car. Ah, yeah, he's the other Milwaukee car. Right. Trying to get the liveries there. Yeah, I could see your livery today, Adam. The green was a little bit harder to see. I have a form of color blindness, which causes my ability to differentiate colors, particularly light colors, apart. Pretty limited. I think the livery masters of Evolution figured that out when they invited me to vote on the Japanese livery thing that they were doing. And there were several liveries I pooped on. And they're like, how can you say that? I'm like, I can't really I can't really see the details. Matt Gale come to the line here. The Cyber Racing Porsche. Again, sporting the in-morning colors. 4th place there. And coming across the line is also Bearded X Badass in the Mustang. 8th quickest. Richard Oakes leads the way at the moment. Although right now it is still an iron driver on pole. What is this world we're living in? I am confused. Pick up the old rust bucket of Richard Oakes. Tied for the championship lead, currently 2nd place. This pole, as it stands, would actually give him the championship lead. He's got to be feeling a bit chuffed about Coda, because he had the pace to win at Coda and really take a stranglehold on this championship. But some mismanagement when it comes to a pit stop and traffic left him wanting more as he finished 2nd place with the fastest lap behind Matt Gale. And as a result, they find themselves dead even here at Donington. He's about to improve about 3/10, but even that's not enough to take Scrivaris on pole. So Paul Scrivaris might be on the verge of a massive upset. Richard Oakes coming to the line. Matt Gale just went second quickest, but that is about to change. Oakes back to second. Oh, pardon. Masio Saha, by the way, and Adam Stewart both went faster than Gary Pattinen. So, Gary Pattinen's pole position has been revoked, like diplomatic immunity in Lethal Weapon. Dennis Hook in the field of the Cyber Racing car. Trying to pick up a tow from the Mustang. Currently has a very good lap going. This will put him top 5. Made a bit of a mistake there. Lost about 2/10. See if he can recover. Still looking good, but kind of around the Adam Stewart, Andreas Hansen spot right now. Heading down to that double hairpin section. 5/10 up. Again, this would put him 5th quickest as it stands. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that was a terrible entry. Good exit, but terrible entry. And it actually ends up only 12th quickest. Wow. Fumbled that pretty hard. Mickey Taylor in the team car Ferrari is doing pretty good right now. Showing a very solid time. We'll see where the winds of fortune take him. Running out of time to get that good lap in. Nobody's really on a burner. El Perry and Dennis Hook are on improving laps, but not significant ones. Here's El Perry across the line. And 11th quickest on a 28.525. Again, Taylor is showing a really good delta, but the problem is he doesn't have a lap time up. And that always makes me wonder what the heck that delta is actually comparing him to. Also, it's going nuts, so I think Taylor has some connection problems right now. The timing data I'm getting from him is very much of the my ping is messed up variety. Yeah, it's only 28th quickest. Looking at Dennis Hook here, this is the spot where he messed up last time. And yes, he got it a lot more right this time. And he's going to pop up into 11th place as a result. Moderate improvements some places. El Perry, Richard Oakes is on a fast lap, but not one that threatens pole. Mickey Taylor's got some improvement going on. Actually, I don't really know if Mickey Taylor's got some improvement going on. The timing data from the the 194 car is not reliable. We'll just go with that right now. El Perry moves into the top 10 in the Nissan GTR Stealth Bomber. Good enough for 10th quickest at the moment. Dennis Hook is up about a half second right now. This would be pretty big. It would put him 5th quickest. Right behind the championship and podium trio from Hungaroring and Coda. He's got to get that last hairpin right, though. Can he do it? Can he do it? Lost a bit of time on entry again. Still going to be a nice improvement to 5th quickest, but a bit rough. A couple of cars still out there on legal laps. Robert Volt. This will solidify his position. Not a great qualifying for the Norwegian driver. 23rd quickest and slowest of the silvers. El Perry's got about 4/10 up right now. This will put him in a threat for about 5th place, actually, if he can hang on to it. That last hairpin's been a bit of a problem, and he does get 5th quickest. So Richard Oakes snags the pole position, and that will put him in the championship lead as of right now in the silver category on 36 points. Just going to quickly update my spreadsheet here. Not that the championship is overly impacted by 3 points being handed out, but, you know, a little bit. Scrivaris pulling to 3 points back now of Andreas Hansen. And it's 4 points back now for pole sitter in the bronze category, Maciel Saha. That bronze championship is really close, though. Exceptionally close. The other 2 championships are devolving a little bit into a 2-horse race. Matt Gale versus Richard Oakes for the silver, and Andreas Hansen versus Paul Scrivaris for the iron. But the bronze title, you could tell me at the end of the season that Sean Young, who currently leads it, has the title. You could also tell me that it's Ron Morley, who's down in 8th place in that championship. That's how close that is. There is obviously people in play in the other ones that I'm not talking about, even though I'm talking about them being like a 2-horse race. It's just been that the pace has been there. Iron could be really interesting, though, with Conrad Good joining the grid. He won at Coda, and he's already used up his drop score, so he's gonna have to attend. But if he can do that, if he can actually take part in the races, he could be a part of it. But as said in chat, well done to the Marlboro Porsche of Paul Scrivaris. The Latvian driver and Iron Championship contender is on pole. Not iron pole. Pole. First place. Inside row 1. Let's go over the grid real quick here. Paul Scrivaris starts on pole ahead of Richard Oakes. Matt Gale and Bearded X Badass are row 2. Row 3, El Perry and Dennis Hook. Row 4 is the bronze pole sitter, Maciel Saha and Andreas Hansen, the Iron Championship leader. Adam Stewart and Kerry Pattinen round off the top 10 on row 5. Rollins Parags and Ron Morley, row 6. Lucas Geese, row 7 with Felix Kramrich. Row 8, we're missing somebody. Alan Herrera, what has happened to you? You're not showing up on the timing app. You should be inside row 8, but there might be a problem there. Sean Young on the outside. Chris Stancer and Mario Fajea are row 9. Mickey Taylor and Mike Golfer, row 10. Casey Jones, Pat Fortune, all stunt possum, row 11. Robert Volt, disappointing to be on row 12 with Adrian Marood. D. Hines and Idris Cahill, row 13. Row 14, Conrad Kuhn and Jeffrey Bacher. Row 15, Clinton Strobel and Bo Zur. Row 16, Matthew East and Nathan Gray. Nathan Gray quite a ways down there. He had 1 lap and 1 lap only to try to get a lap in, and it wasn't great. And then Rian Latre and Werner Jacobs, the all South African back row. Penalties are populating. As you can see, Richard Oakes and Matt Gale both will have penalties to serve at their pit stops, as will Sean Young, the bronze championship leader. So some pretty important cars will be facing penalties here today. And I'm just wondering further down if there's anybody. Is it just those 3? Looks like it's just those 3. So 5 seconds for Young and Oakes, 10 seconds for Matt Gale. If there are any predictions, let me know, chat. Interesting grid. These, it's not even just Paul Scrivaris punching above his grid. Andres Hansen's up in the top 10. Rollins, Parags, Felix Kramrich, Mario Fajea. Casey Jones, Pat Fortune, D. Hines. Solid day for the Iron Crew. The Iron Crew did their goddamn thing, and I appreciate that. Excuse me. Beg pardon. Oh, we got fans of the Marlboro skin. The Marlboro does always look good. As a general rule, I try not to race any smoking products because I think I've said this before in commentary. Cancer survivor here, so it's
10 seconds.
Not related to smoking or anything, but it is a sore point. That being said, my favorite all-time Formula One liveries are the late '90s, early 2000s Jordans. So call me a hypocrite, I guess, with the Benson hedges. All right, we'll give Paul Scrivaris the honor of leading us through the warm-up lap here. Not really sure why it's on El Perry at this moment. Not that I disagree with the Stealth Bomber Nissan at all, but it's not who I meant to be on. So the Marlboro Porsche leads the way from the two main silver championship contenders. The Cyber Racing Porsche of Matt Gale and the old Rust Bucket, Richard Oakes. Bearded X Badass, feeling very American, and the Stealth Bomber of El Perry rounding off the top five. But it is the 411, the Iron Car, that will lead us from pole position. Phenomenal. Phenomenal performance from the Latvian driver. Oh, Oaks. Yeah, the Rust Bucket is a fun time. The Rust Bucket is a fun time. I think largely the liveries all at the front here are all quite nice. I like the Stealth Bomber. I like the Cyber Racing Porsche. Andreas Hansen has a very simplistic, but it gets the job done livery. I'm always a sucker for an orange car, so Adam Stewart gets a big pass for that orange Lexus. The Milwaukee Racing Tools car is also pretty nice. The only one I'm going to make fun of, and I'm going to make fun of it a lot, is Ron Morley's black and purple. The black and purple BMW. that is a little hideous. All right. We are going to be green here at Donington Park. Richard Oakes leading, coming up the inside as well against the pole sitter. Actually, no. Scrivaris is going to pull away quite nicely, actually. And off the track goes Bearded X Badass in the Monster Energy Mustang. Richard Oakes has fallen to third place behind Matt Gale. And El Perry up into fourth place as a result of Bearded X Badass's problems. I don't see who's in fifth place. Who is that tucked up behind El Perry? Looks like it's Dennis Hook in the second Cyber Racing Porsche. So top five, more or less as they started, with the exception of Bearded X Badass having a moment there. Basil Saha, Andreas Hansen, Adam Stewart, Kerry Pattinen, and Roland's Parax is your top 10. Conrad Kuhn also was off the track there at the start and is rejoined at the back of the pack. Paul Scrivara is still leading the way. Actually has an 0.8 of a second lead over Matt Gale. So, not going anywhere for now. There is Matt Gale, Richard Oakes, L. Perry, Dennis Hook on the chase. Hook trying to make a move. That's Saha in 6th place in the black and yellow Mercedes. No moves happening quite yet. Andreas Hansen there in the green Mercedes. It is the Lexus of Adam Stewart. Kerry Pattinen in the Milwaukee Tools car. And Parox, your top 10 in that second Marlboro car, sporting the Marlboro livery on the BMW. Lucas Geese is up to 11th place. He's off to a very good start. Beardex Badass in 12th is the Danger Man. We know he's got a lot more in him than that. And Scrivaris is just pulling ahead. 2.2 seconds. Currently in the distance of Matt Gale. This is insane. I mean, it's really, really, really early in the race. It is exceptionally early in the race. But we might just have to talk about this this year as my one moment here. My timing app has kind of seemingly paused itself. Let me see if I can jolt it into action here. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are without live timing here for a moment. I gotta restart that, and obviously that has taken away my camera control. So I do apologize if I miss anything. But the app appears to have died on me. So enjoy the race leader, Paul Scrivaris, while I get race control reestablished here. Reconnecting. Does not want to connect. Trying again. Failed again. This will be very, very interesting if I don't have the race control available. That is going to make this a... To be quite frank, it's going to be a problem. Not impossible to do things, mind you, but definitely a lot harder. Let's try the old administrator trick. Nope. Not working. Okay, well, we're going to have to go old school. I do apologize, everybody, but we appear to be sans a reliable race control right now. Which means I need to pull up the... crap, do I even have it? Oh, boy. Where is it? I don't even remember. There is a built-in application for this, and I'm blanking on it right now, what it's even called. I don't know if I even have it. I might not have reinstalled it when I did my computer reset. Again, my apologies here, everybody. Not sure what is up with the application right now. sure I'm missing a ton of action as I try to battle with the tech gremlins here. But I have no camera control right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the previous incarnation of race control has in fact been fully killed. Maybe that's also... Where is my mouse? And now my mouse is gone. What is going on here? Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna try something here. This is gonna be a full game reboot. Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. Because my mouse has decided it doesn't want to be a thing anymore. There we go. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to go through here and make sure that race control has been mutilated and taken out of existence. Again, apologies. At least it's new technical difficulties that I haven't previously encountered. Okay, I think it's fully dead now. Okay. Rebooting the game. Gonna lose all that data though. That's the pain when the race control decides to stop working. Is that you lose all of your hard-won data here. And I feel really bad about it because we have an iron driver leading the race, and here I am not able to actually like give it the proper coverage that it is honestly due, because that is insane. Okay, hopping back in, booting up ACC race control.
Line, go.
Connecting. We are connected. Okay, the reboot worked. It was worth it. Let's go. All right, to recap, we have Paul Scrivara still in the lead by a long shot with Matt Gale in second place. El Perry's up into third in the Stealth Bomber, followed by Maciel Saha, followed by Andreas Hansen. Not sure what has happened to some of the other guys. There is Ronald Parax. The second through sixth are battling here for position right now. Kerry Patton in seventh, followed by Richard Oakes, who's fallen down to eighth place. Not sure what happened to him, obviously. Lucas Geese, Ron Morley, your top 10. Felix Kramerich in 11th, followed by Sean Young. Bearded X Badass in 13th place. D. Hines having a really solid day in 14th place. Ahead of Mike Golfer and Adrian Maroon. Then it's Chris Stancer. Mickey Taylor is up in 18th place. Adam Stewart has fallen down the order to 19th. Jeffrey Bacher. Ooh, Sean Young off the track. Actually, no, just getting overtaken. It's fine. Jeffrey Bacher 20th. Pat Fortune in 21st place, followed by Nathan Gray, Casey Jones, Dennis Hook, and Bo Zur. Then it is Mario Fajea, Clint Strobel, Rodrigo Lautrier, Warner Jacobs, Matthew East, Idris Cahill has fallen back. Conrad Kuhn is up to 13th place. And into the pits we have both Robert Volt and David Slater. And there is also Alan Herrera. All right. We pick up the battle for second place here, which is currently a heated battle between Gale, Perry, Saha, Hansen, and Parax. Solid battle going on right now. Paul Scrivara's fastest lap of 1:27.455. Nobody else is in the 27s. This is insane. I know Donington is like famous for producing some weird and interesting results, but this is a thing right now. This man has not won a single iron race this season, and suddenly he's out here belting away at the front of the pack. He has done his homework. And it's ruining what would otherwise be a fantastic run from Andreas Hansen and Roland Parax, who are 5th and 6th place in iron cars. But they can't really say shit because of how far ahead the 411 Marlboro Porsches. They are getting the brakes beaten off of them right now. Richard Oakes is up in his 7th place, having overtaken Kerry Pattenden. And then it is, again, Morley and Kramrich. Sean Young, Lucas Geese falling a little bit as well. And the profit being made up by Bearded X Badass, who's up into 11th place. The Mustang is on the hunt. He hunts a Rothman's Porsche. He hunts a really ugly BMW. As he's looking to get up there. I mean, think about this for a moment. Felix Kramrich is in 10th place in an iron car in the 303 Porsche. He is 4th amongst the iron class. This is ridiculous. He would be in 4th place in silver right now. And he's in 4th place in iron. What is going on here today at Donington Park? Bearded X Badass looking to make the move here. And Kramrich left the door pretty open, if I'm being honest. Didn't fight that too hard. Sean Young also coming up in the Cyber Racing Porsche. That's the number 23 car. He looks to go around the outside. Further back is the Stunt Possum of D. Hines. Lucas Geese has dropped back a little bit again. Must have made a small mistake. And in the space of 2 corners, Kramrich goes backwards 2 spots. Checking back in on the battle for second place here. Matt Gale still leads from L. Perry, Masio Saha, Andreas Hansen, and Roland Parax. Tight battle here for second place. 2 silvers, a bronze, and 2 irons. Having an absolute battle. And Paul Scrivar is just slipping into the distance. As Hansen loses a spot there to Parax. It looks like he just made a mistake. Richard Oakes is coming up quick on them as well, by the way. He's cut that gap from 7 seconds down to 4 and change. Ron Morley, Bearded X Badass, Sean Young still rounding off the top 5. Felix Kramrich right on the tail. Followed by D. Hines, who's having a fantastic day. Ahead of Kerry Pattenden and Adam Stewart in the Lexus. Nicky Taylor, then Chris Stancer, Jeffrey Bacher, Adrian Marood, Lucas Geese, and Nathan Gray, your top 20. Although that 20th place is a heck of a battle here that we haven't really touched on. That's Nathan Gray in the Los Patos Hermanos Aston Martin. Right on his tail is Pat Fortune, who has seen better days. Mike Golfer is also right there, as is Dennis Hook and Casey Jones. So that's another train that we're going to be probably spending a fair amount of time with, is Golfer is going to lose a spot there to Dennis Hook. And possibly, the door is kind of open for Casey Jones, but Casey does not quite have the drive. Also, not for nothing, Lucas Geese is falling back into this track as well. So back at the front, Parax has got it as a 1-2 Latvian performance here in the iron category, having displaced Sweden's Andreas Hansen from second place. And they are still on the tail of Saha, Perry, and Gale. It's also a good battle going on. It's for 25th place, but don't let that fool you. Bo Zur and Clinton Strobel are having a fantastic battle here, and I applaud it. Conrad Kuhn continues to work his way through. He had some problems early, and as a result has found himself quite a bit back. He's overtaken Matthew Easton. Next on his list is Idris Cahill. As Jeffrey Bacher and Chris Stancer go side by side. And Bacher picks up 16th place as a result. These two are having a good battle with Adrian Marood in the Ferrari. We got Brandon Harvey in the chat. Brandon, where have you been, Brandon? Where have you been? First of our front runners to make a pit stop will be L. Perry in the Nissan. The Stealth Bomber is in the pit lane. Pretty damn early. Was running in 3rd place behind Scrivaris and Gale. By the way, if again, I feel this has to be mentioned and cannot be mentioned enough. Paul Scrivaris in the iron car is leading the race. He took pole and he stayed there. By the way, Masio Saha must have made a mistake because he has fallen behind both of the other iron drivers, Parox and Hansen. And as a result, is down to 5th place. You can also see the front end is looking a little beat up, so he's taking a ride over the gravel. Hansen putting the pressure on. It is a heck of a day to be an iron driver right now, because the iron drivers are absolutely putting on a clinic that says we are not the weakest class. We are, in fact, the most exciting class in this field. Now, sir, Donington Park is something you should know like the back of your hand. You should be able to do this. Kerry Patton on the tail of the Stunt Possum BMW of D. Hines. Making up some ground in the background there is the Lexus of Adam Stewart, and a little bit further back, that is the Ferrari of Mickey Taylor. That's 11th place for the Milwaukee Tools car. Clinton Strobel, Bo Zur, don't think I've forgotten about you two. You guys are having a great fight over 24th place. And we're here for it. Oh, Bo goes off the track. No, maybe not right now. That's a spot for Clinton Strobel. Also, shout out to Rian Lautrier. He started on the back row, and he's having a pretty solid day in 26th place. He's kept it clean, and he's getting the job done. We have officially lost Alan Herrera from the race, unfortunately. Looks like he has pulled the plug. Can't say that I blame him. He was down something like 6 laps. Mike Golfert putting the pressure on Pat Fortune here. And right behind him, that is a lapped car. That is Robert Volt. He's one of the early pit stoppers. So Robert Volt trying to make his way through traffic. I don't know why he pitted. We didn't see an accident with him. That was during the. Seems like no one could see me. I was just getting beaten left and right. You were missing from the grid, Alan. If you go back in the stream a little bit, when I was going through the grid walk, your car, which was supposed to start inside row 15, or row 8, was not there. 15th was blank. And I do wonder if there was some kind of technical gremlin that had impacted your game. Mike Golfer makes his way down the pit lane. In the meantime, Felix Kramaric is on the tail. He's trying to become an Iron Champion, something that Sean Young knows a thing or two about, having won the Season 12 Bronze Championship, or Iron Championship. Although, to be clear, it's going to be hard for Kramaric to win the championship the way that people like Andres Hansen, Paul Scrivaris are driving right now. I'd say Roland Parag. Parag's missed the first 2 races, so he's kind of not really... he's not really part of the battle. It's really shaping up to be Hansen versus Scrivaris, which is a shame because I picked Felix to win the Iron Championship, and I'm not getting my wish. but I want my way. My picks this season have been the kiss of death, in fairness. Alan Herrera's back in the game, so here's hoping. Let's see. There he is. Okay, so the commentary camera can pick him up. Hopefully he can get back out there and salvage what he can. Alan in the chat saying he's going to keep running and try and scrap some points, and that's the spirit. It's going to be hard. There is a fair number of bronze drivers here today. 8, 12, 13. So he does have to actually beat 3 of them to get into the points. But hey, stuff happens. And we'll see how that goes. Werner Jacobs on the tail of, that is Mario Fajea. Stop-go penalty for Alan Herrera. That's probably for speeding in the pit lane. He's just out there trying to sort out whatever his technical gremlins are. And hopefully that he can apply that in the future. Dennis Hook and Pat Fortune going side by side. Robert Volt just ahead of them. Volt, by the way, again, is lapped. He pitted very, very early. And as a result, is kind of just a rolling chicane here. I understand that he probably doesn't want to give way to Fortune or Casey Jones. The 2 Stunt Possum cars are traditionally slower than him. They are iron drivers. But if they're racing competitively with Dennis Hook, he might actually just have to get out of the way. We'll see what happens. But him pitting very, very early has put him in a weird spot right now, where he is actually down a lap. And we'll see what he can do. Matthew East is in the pit lane. And we'll pick up El Perry here as more or less Werner Jacobs just gets out of the way. And that is the race leader, Paul Scrivaris, coming through behind him. Lapping traffic. El Perry pitted relatively early, and the Stealth Bomber is on a undercut run here. We'll see what he can do. Dennis Hook getting a little too much curb there, as he is in a Stunt Possum sandwich between Pat Fortune and Casey Jones. Hello to Daniel De Villiers in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Adam Stewart putting the pressure on Kerry Pattinen. Kerry is a guy that I thought was going to play a big role in this Bronze Championship, and it's early days yet, but it hasn't happened. As into the pit lane comes Adam Stewart. Adrian Marood staring at the back of the car that was once his home. The Honda, driven by Lucas Geese. We've seen Adrian move from the Honda to the Ferrari this season, which I thought was going to be a big step in the right direction, because I thought the Honda was a bit limiting to him. That's not been the case. He's really struggled with adapting to the prancing horse. And as a result, while he has scored points in both the first 2 rounds, 8th place at Hungaroring and 9th place at Coda, it's not been a good start. Again, a guy I picked for the championship. Chris Stancer behind them in the McLaren there. And a little bit further back is Nathan Gray, the man who's in 3rd place in the Iron Championship in the Los Patos Hermanos Aston Martin. Jeffrey Bacher is caught up to the back of D. Hines. Looking to make a move. D. Hines kind of lost in all this, because we are watching an insane run from several iron drivers. But D. Hines is running in a legit top 15 spot. And that is very impressive. Richard Oakes in the pit lane, as well as Kerry Pattinen. Also, one of the Stunt Possum BMWs coming in. That is the aforementioned D. Hines. Paul Scrivaris. Fastest lap. of the race, 127.455. Now, I want to put this into perspective. Nobody else is in the 27s. This is an insane performance from the 411 car. As the leader does pit. That will hand the lead to Matt Gale for the first time today. Gale is still being traced by Roland Perrox in the other Marlboro car, which is insane. Andreas Hansen is still in 4th place. Maybe a net 5th, because L. Perry's got to factor in here somewhere, but that's about it. And that's if L. Perry's undercut strategy actually ends up working. Andreas Hansen and Perrox are both in. So Matt Gale in the lead. Masio Saha in 2nd place by virtue of having not pitted. Bearded X Badass in 3rd by virtue of having not pitted. Felix Kramrich is in 4th by virtue of having not pitted. Ron Morley. Sean Young in 6th. 7th for Mickey Taylor. Paul Scrivaris rejoins in 8th place, ahead of Jeffrey Bacher and Lucas Geese. That's your top 10 right now. It's an insane run. Adrian Marute, Chris Stancer, Nathan Gray. Then it's Dennis Hook, Casey Jones. Clinton Strobel's having a very solid run. Just nuts. How far ahead is Scrivaris of the other pit stoppers out of curiosity here? So, the second highest rated pit stopper is Perrox, who is about a minute behind the leader. Scrivaris is 42 seconds ahead of him. Good Lord. The dominance from an iron driver. What is going on? Cats and dogs living together. It's a whole mess right now. One of the cyber racing Porsches, I think it's Sean Young, ducking into the pit lane. This is nuts. It's insane. We have half a race to go. But I feel like the ending cannot possibly compare with what we have seen so far today. It's just mind-boggling. It's just a mind-boggling performance by Paul Scrivaris. I have never seen this kind of dominance from a driver that, should not be doing this. Should not be making this happen. This is like if at the race in Formula 1 today, we saw an absolute dominant performance by, Nico Hulkenberg. Or Gabriele Bortoletto. It's just not... It's not supposed to happen. Nathan Gray has lost the spot to Chris Stancer. So we picked that up a little bit too late. Both of them giving chase to the Ferrari of Adrian Marute as we officially hit the halfway mark. Felix Kramrich and Ron Morley into the pit lane. Matt Gale needs to be burning rubber right now, and he is not. He is losing ground to Scrivaris. Clinton Strobel off the track. See what happened to the BMW driver. Looks like side-by-side action with Bozer, maybe? No, just overshot the chicane. That is entirely on Clinton's there as he ducks into the pit lane. Richard Oakes overtaking Mario Fajera. And next up is his battle with El Perry, which could have podium implications. Once everything's all sorted out here. I do think El Perry and Richard Oakes' early pit stops, relatively early pit stops, are not really working out at the moment. Just kind of doing the math here. What is the pit time that we're looking at here? It's under a minute here today. Could be as little as 30 seconds. So if I look at this, they are looking to catch up with Matt Gale. Well, okay, you know what? We're gonna get our answer. Matt Gale's in the pit lane. So the cars we are looking for, the 998 and the 20 car, which are currently heading towards the second to last chicane. I wish I could gesture with my mouse pointer, but they are not chicane, pardon me, hairpin. They are in the big square hairpin right now at the southeastern part of the track there. It's gonna be closer than I thought. I thought Gale would get out pretty comfortably, and I mean he is gonna get out ahead of them, but not by that much. Oh, never mind. No, they got out ahead of him. He had a penalty. Right, he had a penalty. I completely forgot that he had a penalty that they didn't have. That'll do it, because he's in the clutches of Bearded X Badass. Did not factor the penalty in. Anyways, that hands the lead over to Masio Saha, the bronze leader here today and now overall race leader, the winner of the Hungaroring, and a guy who, if all goes according to plan today, is going to have probably a good championship lead in the bronze category. Came in today 5 points behind leader Sean Young. Took one of those points back in the qualifying session where he took bronze pole position. Young's having a perfectly fine day, but there are a couple of bronze cars that might be between the two of them. And as a result, this should be a pretty good day for Saha to come away with the lead. And it's not a particularly fantastic day for the guys between the two of them. Mike Golfer, Adam Stewart, Jeffrey Bacher, and Chris Stancer. They're all having solid but not amazing races. But the mixing in there of like a Ron Morley, for example, or a Gary Pattenden will open up some avenues. Also, Lucas Keys, not for nothing. Dennis Hook is in the pits along with Adrian Marood and Mario Fajea. Let's see if we got a good battle going on right now. The best we've got is Conrad Kuhn, who is on the tail of Felix Kramerich, but it's not really a battle. Kuhn still has a pit stop to get done. Excuse me. Which means he's going to fall back a little bit in the pecking order. He has not really had the speed today, and he had some bad luck on lap 1 as well. They've got Adam Stewart and Mickey Taylor behind them. We're having a good little battle there. Silver driver Taylor, bronze driver Stewart, and these two iron drivers having a kind of forgotten about run, because how do you top what's going on in bronze championship right now? It is insane. Good to see Alan Herrera still out there running. He's had some technical difficulties today that is really going to give him a very minimal result today, but he's out there trying, and that is half the battle. Casey Jones picking up a stop-go penalty for likely speeding in the pit lane. So the stunt possum Ferrari, I believe, is in serving that penalty as we speak. Doesn't seem like it. Let's see if it clears. Yeah, that was the penalty. Okay. Saha still in the lead. Still has to pit, along with Bacher, Kuhn, and Nathan Gray. They're the 4 deep ones here. Not sure if that's Geese or Kuhn behind him. That's the problem with two different guys running the same up garage livery. There's going to be a little bit of confusion. I guess I could just like pop in and see. Is that Kuhn? No, it's not Kuhn. So it's got to be Lucas Geese. Yeah, Lucas Geese running behind him. Sean Young and Kerry Pattenden are coming to blows here. This is a key battle in the Bronze Championship, actually. Pattenden, who I thought was going to be more of a factor in the championship, and it's just not coming together. He had a good qualifying today, but the season's been full of misfortune. And Sean Young, the championship leader, battling it out. Adam Stewart looking to make a move on Mickey Taylor. Lexus down the inside of the Ferrari at the hairpin. And he's going to get done. To the front. Nathan Gray in the pits. So still to pit, Masio Saha and Jeffrey Bacher. And then after that, it's just Conrad Kuhn. On any other day, Roland Perrox, who is legitimately in a podium position right now. Maybe, hang on. Okay, he's not, because Saha is going to come out ahead of him in all likelihood. But, so the podium's going to be Scrivaris, Oaks, and Saha. But, Roland Perrox, who is running in 4th place, effectively, would be having an amazing day. But he is being overshadowed by his teammate in the Black Lung Bandits, Paul Scrivaris, in a huge way. And it's more than a little insane. More than a little bit nuts right now. Just call this video the Iron Revolution. Because it's not one driver. It's Scrivaris, it's Perrogs, it's Hansen, it's Kramaric. They are having a day. Like, even if, and I'd even stretch it out for like Nathan Gray and D. Hines are having, like, these are all 5 of these guys are having days that would normally be an iron victory. And D. Hines is like, I'm in 5th place. What is going on? 6th at the moment, but Kuhn will drop back when he pits. This is it's nuts. It's nuts. All right, Masio Saha is in the pit lane. We'll see. Okay, so the interesting car for him is the number 20 of Richard Oakes, which is coming out of the hairpin right now, heading for the last little bit. He's got Perrox and Perry on his tail. So this is the podium battle right now. Oakes, Perry, Saha, Perrox. He is rolling. He is going to come out behind. So Oakes is going to take him. Perrox is going to take him, and Perry's going to take him. What was that pit stop? Wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Rejoins the festivities actually behind Bearded X Badass and ahead of Andreas Hansen. So we do indeed have 2 iron drivers on the podium right now. That is insane. They're sandwiching Richard Oakes. Because Bacher will drop. Bacher is going to drop to somewhere around 15th place when he pits. Felix Kramaric on the tail of Ron Morley. Still Kuhn to sort out as well. Kramrich with a run. Heading down towards the hairpin. On the inside of the BMW. And that is a spot for the Iron Drive. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, it will be done. Okay. Adrian Maru putting the pressure on D. Heinz. This is for 19th place overall. Iron versus bronze again. That's the race leader in behind them, Paul Scrivaris, making his way through. A commanding lead. He's up 18 seconds over Bacher, who, keep in mind, has yet to pit. He's actually 42 seconds ahead of Richard Oakes, who is the effective second place car. Side-by-side action between Robert Volt and Idris Cahill through the chicane. Not the chicane. I keep saying chicane. It's a hairpin. And that is going to put Volt ahead. Morley looking to try to get back at Kramrich. They both have caught up to the back of Kuhn. Again, Kuhn has to pit. And right now, he's out there compromising some races. Now, to be clear, totally within his rights. Totally within his rights to do this. But it does feel like if I were him, I don't know, I'd want to get out of the way. I want to get into like whatever my actual battle is. It's somebody there. Ryan Lautrier cutting some grass in the 106 Porsche. Which is having a decent day considering it qualified in the back row. Kuhn is in the pits. So it's just Bacher left. Andreas Hansen going side by side with Maciel Saha for Mercedes supremacy. And getting a front row seat is Beardedek's badass in the Mustang. This is right now the battle for 7th. It'll be 6th overall. Again, once Bacher pits. With the potential for more. I mean, I have to say this. Despite the fact that there's a massive gap at the front, Richard Oakes down to Beardedek's badass, they're all really close. So 2nd through to 9th are... they're out for play right now. Idris Cahill with a little spin. That stunt possum BMW has seen better days, I'm going to say it. I missed the Lego car, Idris. Bring it back. I like the stunt possum livery. I do. The problem is there's 3 different BMWs with that livery. And I just, in general, even if that wasn't the case, I miss the Lego livery. Bring it back. Bring me the Lego livery. It could be repurposed for the stunt possum team. You can do this. You can pull it off. Sean Young and Kerry. Oh, that is a nice shot. Sean Young, Kerry Pattenden, and they're navigating through a lapped car there, the number 154. That's Pat Fortune in the stunt possum car. Costing Sean Young some time right now. Pattenden managed to get through pretty cleanly. And Young is struggling to do the same. And he needs to get through because he's got Lucas Geese in that yellow Honda to worry about. Not so much Nathan Gray in the Aston Martin because he's an iron driver. But that Lucas Geese is a huge problem for him. And he really wants to get up past Kerry Pattenden here. Chris Stancer, D. Hines, Mike Golfer, and Dennis Hook in a good battle here. This is over 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st position. It's a pretty big deal. 13 minutes to go. 13 and a half, I should say. Stancer making a move on D. Hines here. Says, I'll take that 19th place, son. Moving on up. And Mike Golfer doing the same. So an Iron Driver kind of bowing out of this bronze fight. Which is good, because Hines' worry right now is just, you know, keeping himself ahead of the likes of Strobel and Kuhn and Fea. More so than he is battling with these guys. He's got his own championship to think about. Sean Young back up on the tail of Kerry Pattinen after the brief problem of Pat Fortune. And a bad run through the hairpin there will let Sean Young up into 14th place. The bronze champion. Oh, never mind. Kerry Pattinen down the inside with a bit of a torpedo. I don't know. What do you think, chat? I think that was a very late break. That was a torpedo. He's going to give the spot back. Okay. Renders the point a little bit of a moot point. Oh no! Sean Young off the track as he outbreaks himself. Oh no. It's terrible. He's going to lose a spot to Nathan Gray and also to Lucas Geese. More importantly, losing a spot to Lucas Geese because that's a class rival. Or division rival. Jeffrey Bacher is your last pit stopper of the day. He wins the Max Simmons Award for staying out way too long. Although, to be fair, I think it worked fine for him. He's doing 29.2s without really any issue. I think it works for him. We'll see if D. Hines makes this easy for Marut or not. Ooh. Well, whether Hines makes it easy for Marut or not, I don't know. But Marut is not making it easy for Marut. Right this second. Nathan Gray now on the tail of Kerry Pattinen. We'll see where Bacher feeds out. It should be around this fight. Maybe a little bit ahead of it. Let's see, there is Bacher rejoining. Yeah, a little bit ahead of that. It's had a decent run. Capitalizing on the long overlap. Mike Golfer lost a couple spots there. I think he might have had a moment. All right, Nathan Gray, Kerry. Oh, my Lord! Pattenden gets clipped in the rear corner. Now, so this is a weird one. This is a very weird one to me. Pat Fortune also off the track. This is a weird one. What do I think? Pattenden is bizarrely slow there. And Gray does collect him. Wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being a penalty. But Pattenden had a fearsomely bad run into that turn. Like a proper crapper. Marut finally deals with D. Hines. And here comes Mike Golfer in the Red Bull Porsche. And Hines has not really been fighting with these bronze drivers too hard. And I do suspect, and that is the confirmation, that Golfer's not going to have a hard time. Battle for second. Shit. No. Okay, guys. We riot. We riot if we get a 1-2 iron finish here. We riot. This is insane. This is insane. Roland Perrogs on the tail of Richard Oakes for second place. The Silver Championship leader is having to defend second place from an iron driver. What are we even doing anymore? El Perry in the background there. Followed by Matt Gale. The predominant championship rival to Oakes. D. Hines showing a yellow flag, but I don't... And he's moving slowly. He must have rejoined the track. Kerry Pattenden off the track again. Kerry Pattenden is having a day. He's having a season, honestly. What has happened to the 97 this time? Just loses the back end. And will end up in the wall as a result. We are on the verge of this Black Lung Bandit team taking a 1-2 here. And probably attracting some attention from the administration. Because they're running exceptionally well today. I know Donington Park is a bit of a specialist track. I mean, after all, the first time I saw this track was in 1993. And Carl Wendlinger managed to qualify like 4th quickest or something like that in a Sauber. So it's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a bizarre one. But this is a bit much. Marcel Saha has had a moment. He's ended up behind the likes of Kramaric and Morley and Taylor. And Adam Stewart. I'm not sure what happened there. And I don't believe I could go back and figure out the deal. Because he was battling with Beardex Badass and Andreas Hansen for 6th place. And now he finds himself in 12th. Robert Volt putting the pressure on Clinton Strobel, who's had a very good day. Again, there are a number of iron drivers punching way above their weight, and one of them is the 737 of Clinton Strobel. It's Volt, and behind him is Conrad Kuhn. And behind them, if you'll excuse the yawn, is Mario Fajea. This is a battle for position. These are all on the same lap. Kerry Pattenden in the pits. Shout out to Kerry Pattenden and shout out to Alan Herrera for still being out there running despite having atrocious luck. And by all means, I don't think anyone would have judged them for packing it in and pulling the plug. But they're out there trying to salvage some bronze points. Saha versus Morley. This is for 2nd place in the bronze standings. Adam Stewart is currently cruising around in the lead of it. Stewart was 2nd in the Hungaroring. I just kind of forgot about him as a championship factor because he was 7th at Coda. And if he can turn a victory here today, which is looking increasingly likely, he'll suddenly be in the championship picture. Especially with Sean Young having a perfectly fine day in 17th place, but being behind Stewart, Morley, Saha, Bacher 4th, and Geese would be 5th. So it'd be a 6th place finish for Young in the bronze category. So that's going to open up the championship a lot. Not even to like the guys who were like necessarily chasing him, like Golfer, but like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna bring Ron Morley into this championship battle as well, which is good. It's gonna make it a 7-way fight, 8-way fight even. Depends if Alan Herrera can figure out what's going on with his technical issues going forward, obviously. He's not going to have a great result today. But Adrian Marood off the track. As the prancing horse continues to buck him off. But the man of the day, I'm talking about a lot of different people, but the man of the day is without a doubt Paul Scrivaris. He has the fastest lap. He had pole position. He is absolutely dominating right now. And if I'm not very, very, very much mistaken, and I'm not, he will be your Iron Championship leader leaving today. Came in today 3 points behind, or 4 points behind Andreas Hansen. And this 20-point max haul would be enough as Hansen runs in third place in the class. Which would put Hansen on 34 points, and it would put Scrivaris, not 34, 44 points, and would put Scrivaris on 47. So the championship lead would be his, and it really is a two-horse race now. Third place, Nathan Gray. Fourth place, Conrad Kuhn. Fifth place, Casey Jones. Sixth place, Pat Fortune, Max Cruz, Felix Kramer. Sorry, guys, but your championship hopes may have been rendered into the past tense at this point. Matt Gale is caught up to the back of this battle here. Oh my God, no. You can't do this to me. You can't do this. We have an Iron 1-2. We have an Iron 1-2. The Black Lung boys are running 1-2. Oh my Lord. El Perry also up on the back of this. Three-way fight for third place and the victory in silver right now between Richard Oakes, Matt Gale, and El Perry. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Words cannot describe right now. They just can't. It's ridiculous. No! Matt Gale puts Richard Oakes into a spin. And El Perry in the Godzilla, in the Stealth Bomber. And it is actually Gale who loses out. Oakes somehow held the lead. Richard Oakes holds the lead. Matt Gale is tail wagging around here. And his championship hopes have taken a horrible beating right now. Richard Oakes is still ahead. He's really rooting for El Perry right now. Bearded X Badass in the background in the Mustang is also a factor to consider. And he's got Andreas Hansen on his tail, but Hansen's an iron driver. That's not especially important for this battle. Although, Hansen just went off the track. What happened to Andreas Hansen? Looks like he just lost it at the chicane. Rejoins behind Adam Stewart and Mickey Taylor. Importantly, though, rejoins ahead of Felix Kramer. And it still has that podium spot. Lucas Geese is off. Cutting the grass. Latrier versus Beaux-Zer. You know what? I'm impressed with Rian Latrier as well. Qualified dead last, I do believe, or like second last. Back row, I remember it was him and Werner Jacobs. And to see him up here battling with Beaux-Zer, it's pretty gratifying. That's Chris Stancer in the background as well as Kerry Pattenden. Pattenden is lapped by them. Stancer's trying to lap them. Idris Cahill is off again in the Stunt Possum BMW. But it is just countdown of corners right now. Paul's Scrivaris. Richard Oakes is off. Richard Oakes, he's loaded of gas. No! The championship leader in the silver category has run out of gas here at Donington Park. Oh my Lord! Did he get punted, or is this just a straight up run out of gas? That's a straight run up of gas. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. This is a thing. This is horrible for the championship contender. Around the final corner he goes. Your race winner in the iron category and overall is Paul Scrivaris. An incredible day. An insane day. An unbelievable day for the Black Lung Bandits. They have done it. They have done it today. And it is going to be a 1-2, I'm pretty sure. Those are not the cars that can take second place away from Parox around him. Those are lapped cars. Those are blue flag cars. Roland Parox. An iron 1-2. Insane. Would not have called it. No one would have called it. But the Black Lung Bandits have taken 1-2 overall. And L. Perry is going to take a unconventional silver victory in third place. For sure. Oh, yeah, Zilla victory. Yeah. Matt Gale, fourth. Bearded X Badass is going to be in fifth place. His championship hopes are still in a rough shape. Adam Stewart with a solid sixth place and a bronze victory. Mickey Taylor, Andres Hansen, Maciel Saha, and Felix Kramer at your top 10. Ron Morley in 11th place. This is insane. I'm going to try and get the numbers before things go completely haywire. This is not going to include the fastest laps outside of for the iron category. Rollins, Parags, 16 points for second place. I like to reference these in the post-race interviews if I at all can. Andreas Hansen third. And then after Andreas Hansen, we have Felix Kramerich fourth. Nathan Gray fifth. And then sixth will be D. Hines. So we'll leave it at that. And then Adam Stewart picks up the W in the bronze category. And in second place for that is going to be Saha. Probably got fastest lap too, I would think. Morley third. And then after that, it's going to be Bacher and Young? Bacher and Young, I think. And then in the up top, it's going to be L. Perry taking home an unconventional W. An embarrassing day for this team, for this division. Matt Gale, second place. Third place going to Bearded X Badass, who's had third place in all three races now.
Green light, show them what you got.
I think it's going to be Mickey Taylor in fourth. And then in fifth place, it's going to be... I have no idea now. All right, let's see if I can get it from the replay here. Just seeing if we have any interviewees lining up. Oh. No hands up. No hands up yet. Okay, so I've got a moment here to try to piece together what this standings looks like, because we have had a bizarre day. It is confusing. It is weird. It is insane. So that should do there for the standings. Okay, let's get this fully done here. So iron class, Scrivaris, Parags, Hansen, Kramaric, Gray, Hines, Conrad Kuhn, pardon me. I think I've been calling him Connor Kuhn this whole time. Oh, it's Conrad. And then Clinton Strobel gets 4 points for his best result of the season. Congratulations to him, by the way. Mario Fajea, 2 points. And then 1 point for Bozer. So that means in the iron category, it is going to be Scrivaris by 2 points over Hansen. Gray is a distant third, 12 points back. Kramaric and Kuhn will round off the top 5. There's a good battle going on for third place, but they're not really in the championship fight. It's a two-way fight. It's a 2-horse race at the top. And then in the bronze category, like I said, you're going to have Adam Stewart winning today. You're going to have Saha in second place. Then it's Morley, Bacher, Young, Chris Stancer in 6th place. 7th for Golfer. 8th for Marood, which is sadly his best result of the season, and that's not great for my championship prediction. And then the last points will go to Geese and Cahill. So welcome back, Lucas Geese. You picked up a 9th place, which is probably not what you're looking for, because honestly, if Lucas Geese was a full-time driver in this field, you would think that he was a bronze championship contender. So to see him finish in 9th place here today in his triumphant return of sorts is a little bit underwhelming, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So the bronze championship, Adam Stewart leads by 3 points over Maciel Saha and 5 points over Sean Young, 6 points over Jeffrey Bacher, 10 over Chris Stancer, 11 over Mike Golfer, and 12 over Ron Morley. So that is a heck of a battle right there. And then after that is Alan Herrera, Marood, Cahill, Wiedemann, who was not present today, Pattenton, Geese, and then that's it. And then finally we get to the silver category, which had an embarrassing day. and a half. Where did Richard Oakes end up, I guess, is the predominant question. Dennis Hook gets 5th place. Then it's Volt, and then it's Richard Oakes. So after he finishes 7th after running out of gas. And that is it. I'm not sure if David Slater will score points because he was multiple laps down. But if he does, he'll get 4 points. I'm not sure what the finishing rules are. So Matt Gale leads the championship in the silver by 8 points over Bearded X Badass. Richard Oakes falling to 3rd on 42 points. 34 for El Perry, 32 for Robert Volt. And then really there's no one after that to really be considerate of. Be nice to see Oral Jaw get back out there and doing some things. But right now, that is not the case. All right, we do have our first guest here on the interview stage. We have division winners, although you should be ashamed of yourselves. Adam Stewart and El Perry. Adam, you're first up.
Hello, Meodred.
Adam Stewart, you have had a day and a half coming home today in, I believe, 6th place, first place amongst the bronze drivers. But of course, it's a weird day for you and El Perry because you get to celebrate your first wins of the season, divisionally speaking. But the Iron Boys just kind of came out here and laid down a giant chair shot to the back for you lot.
And the only driver I was really worried about losing out to was Saha or myself, because obviously I spun on like lap 5 and just laid down all kinds of problems for myself.
Yeah, otherwise a pretty inconspicuous race for yourself. We didn't see a lot of you, so if you want to tell the crowd about it, feel free. They They really did not get to enjoy the run of the number 64 car today. It was not a featured player for considering it picked up a win.
I think my whole race was just stay steady and stay, on the pace, and I think that was what made me get where I was at. I didn't try to burn my tires out. I had heard that you needed to change tires, so I did. Not sure it helped me much, but it definitely got me caught back up to everybody, and they were having problems at the end staying through corners.
Yeah, there were a couple of guys who had some problems late in the race. Saha, for example, was of course one of them. We saw him off a couple of times towards the end, uncharacteristic of a driver of that caliber. There were a couple others. Mike Golfer had a couple of moments. The Ferrari seemed to have a particular problem today, honestly, but it was otherwise it was a very solid race for you. Do you have any final thoughts you would like to add on this this auspicious day?
I don't know if you caught my spinning bearded badass at the end there, but I did already apologize to him, and I'll report that.
No, we did not catch that. So there you go. You got away, at least stream-wise, scot-free. And now you get to look like the sporting gentleman you are.
There we go.
All right.
That's going to be it for me. Thank you very much.
No problem. We are going to invite the Stealth Bomber to the stage, El Perry, bringing home a victory for the Nissan, and obviously the joy that the Nissan victories bring the chat, obviously. It kind of came out of nowhere for you at the end there, El. What do you have to say for yourself?
Thank you. It's unexpected, yeah. A little bit of luck and some bad choices of others makes me third in the race, totally. But I suspect this Grivaris is going to be gold.
We'll see.
Unless this is a track he's really familiar with.
We'll see.
He was good on Kota as well.
Yeah, he's been solid, but this is his first divisional win in the iron category. It's of course bizarre that you get your first win as an iron driver as winning the entire race. That is very strange. We'll have to see. Both him and Rollins Parox are definitely people like I would if I were in the categorization department that I would be looking at as a possible executive action.
Yeah. Well, my first real win was a couple of years ago on the wet. I was I don't think we did bronze then. We had AM and AM Pro Silver. We used those, not bronze and well, I was AM and won the Misano race by a good margin. It was wet.
Oh, well, the wet is always a bit unpredictable.
Yeah, it is. If you are a little bit defensive on the driving style, you benefit in the wet.
I always do very well in the wet. Well, not always. There are exceptions, but some of my better results have been in the wet.
Yeah. Well, today was a good race, I think. I was hit in the rear in, I don't know the lap, but I think it was just about 15 minutes into the race, and then, I'm going to go to pits and take care of this damage. And made my pit entry a little bit early. I think I did right there.
It worked out for you, but I don't think that the undercut strategy was really a good one. Most of the undercutters had a pretty bad day, actually. They had times.
But if I would have been worse off if I didn't, I think.
Of course. The damage obviously changes those calculations in a big way.
Yeah, and 3 drivers passing me, making some space between me and Gale.
Well, you've
I was faster than Gale, but he did some weird braking the last corner there.
I think Gale was just having some problems at the end of the race. His driving was kind of erratic in like even some of the straight line sections. That Porsche was not finding its grip. We'll just say.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have outpaced him a long time ago if it wasn't for that hit. If I just could get past him, but it's a hard track to pass anyone.
Yeah, there's a couple of good opportunities. There's the second to last hairpin that you can work with, and then there's the chicane.
Of course,
That's kind of
that's the one I meant second to last.
Mm-hmm. Well, picking up a
that's where we have problems,
and you're suddenly. I just did some rough championship calculations here. Not really in it, but there's an outside shot, I suppose.
Well, you know my story. This is the best I've done in 2 seasons.
Indeed. It's
Uh,
I was gonna say it's a 2-horse
don't-
race, but Richard Oakes running out of gas today really puts Matt Gale in the driver's seat as far as that championship is concerned.
yeah. But Oaks is a good driver. He is. And Gale too. He's good at defending. Hard to get past. But the Nissan is fast on the straights. And the chicane. Yeah, I was actually hitting him one time. I waited for him though.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that today.
In the chicane and the fast chicane.
A lot of gentlemanly conduct with the contacts, which is nice to see, and safely done.
Yeah,
I think sometimes the gentlemanly conduct gets in the way of racing in general. I've seen.
Yeah, but it's yellow flag.
What is he doing? Ah!
Yeah. But it's actually under a yellow flag, which is you're not supposed to overtake.
Well, I'm sure the stewards will overlook it.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I don't think it's illegal to pass under yellow flags.
It depends
really
on the
sure.
specific regulations. There are racing series in the world that allow for the. They don't allow for overtaking, but what they allow for is the exchange of position. This would be somebody giving up a spot freely.
Yeah, but I don't think it would.
Even in Formula One, that'll happen periodically. If somebody has been ordered to give a spot back, they can do that under a.
Yeah, that's a different. That's not overtake. That's given a position. If I fight to overtake, that's a different story. I see. Well, that's yeah. Oh, I'm not sure I have settled yet.
Still amped up from what was a very exciting end to your race. Like I said, that win
Yeah.
kind of, I don't want to say came out of nowhere, because you were in third place. You were very much right there with Richard Oakes and Matt Gale, but they kind of tripped over each other, and you benefited.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was a little bit lucky, and I had some good strategies. A little bit luck there too, to hit the point of pitting. I think so.
Well,
But it was a good race. I think we made it.
it was a phenomenal race. There were so many storylines going on there. The Iron Revolution going on. The just battles throughout the grid. It was a very, very exciting race. I very much enjoyed calling it.
I'm looking forward to see the replay.
Even if the win was like kind of in the bag on lap 3.
It was. Nice job, Scrivaris.
All right. Speaking
Well-
of speaking of the man Paul Scrivars, we do have him here. Paul, if you would like to speak, you have to raise your hand. I do not have the ability. There we go. I do not have the ability to invite people to the stage without that. Paul Scrivars, probably absolutely destroying that name. Victory today. Iron Driver on the top step of the podium. How do you defend yourself from accusations that you should be immediately promoted to Server 1?
Well, I mean, guys, it's just practice. My previous races were pretty rough. I gotta say a lot of thanks to Limburgs, the guy was coaching me a lot. Then I was coaching Pirax. I was telling him everything Limburgs told me. And it was great. It was a lot of pressure because in Donington, I can drive fast, but in practice I was always crashing.
Well, you did not crash today, or if you did, we didn't see it. And
luckily I did not.
You got the job done today. You took a very early lead of multiple seconds over Matt Gale, Richard Oakes and company. And by the end of the race, it was up to about 46 seconds per my little screenshot here. And a pretty dominant display. And we've never seen an Iron Driver take a podium, never mind a 1-2. So unprecedented result.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I was scared from Gale and Oakes because the guys are fast. In the Thursday race, Oakes just destroyed me.
Well, Oakes today ended up stubbing himself in the toe with a running out of gas. So,
Oh, shit.
It happens.
Terrible.
I do believe that's the third time I've seen you run out of gas, Richard. Take some extra liters, my man. Stop cutting it so close.
Yeah, I was running like 15 liters extra just in case. I did not want to lose this.
Well,
I was taking the opportunity.
Fantastic day for you. The Iron Championship lead is now yours. By my math, by 2 points over Andreas Hansen. And it's really pretty much a 2-horse race. There's no one else really in the battle. I mean, I'm assuming that Roland's Parags will play a role, but having missed the first 2 rounds, it's hard to see him being a real contender. Just kind of a spoiler. What are your thoughts going forward here?
On what?
What are your thoughts going forward here as we head to the home stretch of this championship?
Well, I still have to learn Silverstone. I'll probably call Limburgs, Could take another win, maybe.
That does sound like a plan.
Yeah. I'll help Pirax, I mean, he's showing crazy improvement. Like, we had 2 weeks to get him ready. He recently just started playing.
That is insane. I mean, admittedly, I've seen it before. Obviously, there are people that just take it to it like a fish to water. I was very, very embarrassed that when I taught my cousin how to sim race over a 1 week period, he immediately hopped into a race and was battling with people that I battle with, which is horrifying.
Yep, natural talent.
He's unafraid.
Oh yeah, well, he also picked the Porsche. I'm just like, don't do that. He's like, but it has a dragon on it.
Yeah.
Thank you for today.
Yeah, thanks for the race.
No problem. I guess we'll call it there.
Crazy comeback from El Perry as well.
Indeed. Got into trouble early, picks up a divisional win, which is a big deal. And, yeah. All 3 championships still look like they're pretty competitive right now. The bronze championship is like 8 different dudes could possibly win that, which is insane.
That's exciting.
They are really battling it out. Like, Masio Saha is the class of the field, I would have to say, but he missed Coda, and he's a little bit mistake prone. And then you got Adam Stewart currently leading the championship, but like Sean Young's definitely in there. Jeffrey Bacher, Chris Dancer, Mike Golfer, and Ron Morley are all, I think, in the hunt. So it's going to be weird if Golfer or Stancer can pull this off, because neither of them have gotten to the podium yet, but they just keep maximizing what's on the table. Basically, they don't have the pace of a champion, but they do have the ability to make a complete race. Well, Stancer particularly. Golfer probably does. He's a little bit more mistake prone. He had a fastest lap at Coda, so he definitely does have some pace. But that championship is really, really interesting. And then in the silver category, we've got the battle between Matt Gale and Richard Oakes and Bearded X Badass, who's been on the podium all 3 races. And then, like I said, in the iron category, it's really the Scorvaris versus Hansen show. But hopefully that one goes down to the wire as well, and the crowd gets all the action that they can handle. Let's be honest. So I don't know what the next round is. I'm assuming it's Silverstone based on Paul's comments.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, off to Silverstone.
Silverstone night.
Staying in the UK, night races, my specialty. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can do out there. The stealth bomber will be even extra stealthy in the night, and I'm looking forward to calling it. It's been a phenomenal season, and everybody, tune in next time if you're not racing. If you're racing, watch it afterwards. And on that note, we'll end the stream. And we have Robert. Robert, do you have anything you quickly want to add to the table here? Raise your hand or hold your peace. Oh, he's got the hand raised. Okay. Robert Volt, you get the final word.
Yep. So, I don't really have much to say about the race besides being involved in like 3 accidents, qualifying in like, was it P23?
You were the outside of row 11, so that'd be P22.
Yeah, P22, then, got shafted and had to do a very early pit stop to fix all the damages and all that. So instead of instead of having a 30-second pit stop, I had 46 seconds. Well, no, actually 48. And after that, I was in 33rd. And then clawed my way all the way up to 23. No, fucking 20.
Yeah, I have you in 20th based on my my replay here.
Yep.
Behind D. Hines and ahead of Conrad Kuhn.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was quite pessimistic, being like, oh, okay, I'll just drive through the entire race, even though I don't have my hopes high for it. And then just, I'm okay, 20 seconds or something. Okay, I'm in. We balling.
I mean, it's 8 points to your championship campaign, 6th place. Generally, not a lot of silvers in the field today. Hasn't been a lot. The silver category seems a little bit light on the numbers this season, so that's obviously going to help
it's
anybody who's had a bad one.
And also that one goddamn iron driver, like goddamn.
An iron 1-2 is a thing. Although I will say this, the iron guys just in general today making a statement. Not even the 2 Latvians who took the 1-2, but like Andreas Hansen, Felix Kramaric, Nathan Gray, D. Hines, even Conrad Kuhn. Clinton Strobel, I think, had a really solid race as well. Mario Fajea was up there as well. Casey Jones, had he not gotten a drive-through or a stop-go penalty. Pat Fortune as well had some misfortune. I'd say the Iron guys had an incredible display today, just collectively. Like, it's not even just the 1-2 finish. It's just for the bottom category. They did incredibly well.
Yeah, they definitely hold ass. It's almost like all of them got coached by Lindbergh.
I've had that before with back in another community I do commentary for. We did a academy session with one of our alien drivers, Mike Stockman, and everyone's like, why are the guys who finished in like 20th normally suddenly up here fighting in the top 10?
Like, I'm almost a bit scared about asking Lindbergh to coach me, because what will happen?
He seems to do a very good job. I would do it.
Yeah.
Make that happen.
Like, I just enjoyed the time in Surrey too fucking much to even take the fucking chance to be promoted to gold.
Oh, I see how this is. We got a Max Simmons in the house. We got a sandbag. Get him.
Yeah.
Eat him.
I like it too much.
Yeah, but you gotta find the people that are your pace, man. You gotta try to be the best man, the best racer you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Or like me, retire to the commentary booth.
Yeah. That's also tempting. just imagine me just being a promoter gold and be like, okay, I'm off to streaming. Bye.
I am pulling the James Hunt and leaving for the commentary booth.
Yeah.
Well, a fantastic day of racing today. We had an iron winner. We had an iron second. It's insane. The iron division in general performed incredibly well. A couple of bronzes also had a really good day. Adam Stewart out there having a quiet but effective day to 6th place. Masio Saha in the top 10. Ron Morley just outside of it. And the silver class has got to step their game up because right now you got the iron surge right now. And you got a hell of a championship battle going on in the bronze category where there are no lie of a word, 8 different drivers that could take home that belt. And that's not even including Alan Herrera if he didn't have technical issues today, being a possible 9th candidate for that as well. But alas, he did have technical issues today. And unfortunately spent a lot of the race in the pit lane and obviously finished multiple laps down. But best of luck to Alan in the next race. And I'm looking forward to some good racing. I'm looking forward to Silverstone. It always produces excellent action. It's a track that has a near and dear place in my heart because it is the site of my first significant ACC podium. And looking forward to it. So you guys tune in. And those of you who are racing, enjoy the commentary afterwards. And if I'm butchering anyone's name, please let me know. I don't promise to fix it. I promise to try, but that may not happen.
You don't have to keep promises.